Hey, my friend, we've got a lot going on in our world today, this week, this past weekend. And so we are here to look at our stars and see what is going on up there and how we can work through, work with, get into our grounded, loving, beautiful self so that we can show up as we came here to do. My belief system, I believe each and every one of us came here into this time, into this place to experience all that we are experiencing for our soul's evolution. And so today we're going to talk about where our moon energy is. We're going to touch on our new moon, but look out for a video coming out about that tomorrow, as well as we're going to talk about Venus in Taurus still, and Mars, as of today, just moved into Aries. So we are going to talk all about that, our oil of the week, and how we can navigate and use this energy. Okay, my friend, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And while I'm doing that, take a moment to grab your notebook, grab some water, whatever you're drinking today, because we are getting started. Okay, so as you can see, I have maximized it here, so you should be able to see the full screen here. The more and more I do these videos, right, I learn other things that I can do. So here we go. All right, you're looking at our chart for Monday, June 27th, 9 a.m. Here in Austin, Texas. And so what we are looking at is actually up in our sky as of 9 a.m. Now, if you are new here, just realized I didn't introduce myself. So hey, how's it going? My name is Danny Simonis, your spiritual designer, helping you find clarity on your spiritual journey. One of my favorite things to do is to help people understand, to remember who they are and why they came here through the lens of astrology. I use Western Sidereal Astrology in my practice, and I help my clients clear out, shed, release, heal those generational paradigms, ancestral curses, belief systems that are no longer serving us through the Akashic records, as well as helping you then design a life that truly, truly honors who you are. So my friend, we are looking, as I said, at our chart for today. And if you're like looking at this and is like, Danny, this is craziness. What are all these symbols? And you want to learn more, my Nurture Your Star series is coming up starting July 5th, 2022. So if you are catching this before then definitely click the link down in the description box. You will see an invitation there to learn more about that. It's going to be 12 weeks, 6 classes live. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait, and I would love to have you with us. All right, so what we're going to look at here is, you can see our sun here is in Gemini. Our moon here is at 25 degrees Taurus. So we haven't quite moved out of Taurus yet. We were in Taurus over the weekend. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we also can see the moon is just a few degrees away from Mercury. So right now we would consider that a conjunction, which is 2 planets, the way I like to say, communicating with each other. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that too. And then we also have our beautiful Venus over here, and she is still in Taurus, right? She just moved into Taurus not too long ago, just maybe about a week and a half ago. And then we're also going to touch on this guy right here, our Mars in Aries. He just moved into Aries today. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, kind of how to use this energy and what to look out for, as well as our moon. She's going to be moving. Let's advance her a day. You'll see, look now, she is right there with our sun. We will be looking at our new moon in Sidereal Gemini. So in Western Sidereal Astrology, our new moon is in Gemini. So we'll be looking at that. in my next video. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you get notified when this goes out. You can also join the exclusive list down in the description box. You'll find a list. You'll find a link so you can join my email list. I put an email out probably a couple times a week about talking about what is going on in our stars, tips, ideas, and you also get notified of early things that I'm doing. So whether it's announcing a new class, a new workshop, a new program, a new way to work with me, look out for that coming soon. All of that in my emails. So, all right, let's get into this. So let's go back to Monday. There we go. So let's talk really quick about our moon. I just realized I need to move this here. So just give me a quick second while I move this guy around. If it'll let me do that. Oh, it won't let me do that. Oh, okay. So let's talk about this. We're going to leave it right here for a second. Let's talk about this moon and where she's going to be hanging out. So right now she is in Taurus, and Taurus is it is an earth sign. So it is very grounded. Taurus loves all things comfortable. It loves its comfort zone. It's very in tune with our senses, what we can see, touch, taste, smell, right? It can be very stubborn. Yeah, just a little bit. It can be a little bit stubborn, says the Taurus sun. Definitely can be stubborn, definitely can get fixed into its place, and not want to budge. We don't want to budge with Taurus energy. We want to stay in our zone, in our comfort, in our belief, in whatever it might be. And so it's really great energy to help keep us grounded, right? To help, not get all crazy up in the sky, not get too over emotional, right? But really ground us into our body. Taurus is really good at grounding into the body, grounding into Mother Earth, right? Very much in tune with Mother Nature. So really good to keep us kind of stable, right? Kind of balanced, but it can also keep us stuck. So if you're following me on Instagram, you might have seen me talk about the essential oil Cypress, which is one of my favorite oils for Taurus. And it actually, I tend to give it to a lot of my clients sometimes because it's the oil of motion and flow, right? So it helps us get into motion, helps us get into flow. And so this would be a really good oil if you have essential oils to work with right now, which would be that oil. Okay. Cypress. So the one thing that you want to consider here though is how can we now use this energy to help us? So we can use this energy, right, to get things done. Earth energy is really good energy to like slow down, take a chill, right, and get things done. Now I like to use, my air energy for kind of figuring out what I'm going to be doing. And then I kind of like to use my earth energy to really get into that work. So as an entrepreneur, for me, it really does help me if I kind of plan ahead with my my air moons, just to kind of get some ideas of what's going on and what I want to do, really brainstorming it out, and then really putting into a concrete plan with a fire and even a earth moon. So this earth moon, we begin off this week, which is really great. So it's really grounded energy, really good energy to get things done. But I am going to say this, Taurus likes it to be comfy. So you may want to be sitting on the couch. You may want a cozy drink or some comfy food. Definitely wants to be in its comforts. All right, so let's talk about Gemini, because our moon will be moving into the zodiac sign, or will be moving through the sky, through the area of Gemini from Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is an air energy, right? This is more in the mental body, right? This is more of the thinking aspect of ourselves. And so you'll find that really grounded earth energy that we've been in is going to drop up into our mental energy, where those thoughts and ideas are just going to be like flowing right now. This can be good. This can also be a challenge, right? Depends on how you look at it. We are also will be in new moon starting. We're already in the new moon like arena, but it's official, right? The official new moon is on Tuesday, so June 28th to be exact. So this energy is learning energy. It is sharing energy. It is connecting energy. It is social energy. So this is a really good time to connect with friends. This is really good for learning. So let's say there's a class you've been wanting to take, or maybe something that you've purchased in the past and maybe you've like forgot about it. And it's like, oh yeah, I gotta revisit that, right? Never let that become shelf-help, right? We always want to bring in that work and use it into our lives, right? So we might want to watch maybe some things that maybe we put on the shelf or stored somewhere in our computer, right? We might want to bring those back up to watch, to review, right? Really good time to, again, connect with your friends. And I would say, like, if you're making it like a social thing, like I'm super bummed. I have a new moon circle that I was planning on doing here in Austin tomorrow night, actually, Tuesday night. And my beautiful car, I love her so much. She decided she just needed to get a little bit something fixed. So she's doing that right now, which leaves me without a vehicle for a bit. So for me to go do that, that was going to be not able to do that, right? So it's kind of it's interesting because I was really excited to do it in an energy, right, in a social energy where people are curious and wanting to learn about the new moon energy, right? I was super excited about it, but then, you know, things happen for a reason, which I'm currently evaluating, because this is two things that have happened with my car recently, where it's kind of put me out of commission to go do events outside the home and actually further. So there's something going on there that is there for me to look at, right? To see what is this, and I can definitely use this new moon to explore that as well. So the other thing that I would say is, if you've been wanting to brainstorm something, or if you have like a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts, this energy can definitely be amplified by that, right? We can amplify this. So I want you to be mindful of that, right? Use something that can help you keep it grounded. Like I said, that I think it was last weekend or a couple weekends ago, things were just all over the place for me, right? It's like, what is going on? And this is coming again, right? Because we're going to have our Gemini sun and our Gemini moon. So we're going to have this amplified air energy. So keep that in mind, okay? Use whatever you need to do to ground yourself, keep yourself, connect with nature, do some meditations, really connect in. Essential oils would be really good, like a balance or an adaptive would be a really good oil that I would lean into during this time as well. Okay, let's talk about Thursday through Saturday, because our moon will move into the zodiac sign of Cancer. It will be transiting through the area of the sky of Cancer starting Thursday. Now, Cancer is a water energy. So water is more of our emotions, right? It's our emotional energy, which is really beautiful because emotion is so beautiful, right? All the schemes, all the myriads of emotions that we can have. Cancer allows us to really get in tune with them. All of our water signs are able, like, they really help us do that. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so it is in its natural home. So it is amplified in this during this time. And so there may be, right, a little bit more emotional energy than you may have had in the past. So which I think is really interesting, because we're coming off this new moon in Gemini, which when you hear me talk about it, you're gonna be like, oh, Danny, what are you telling me? Because we've got some things that this new moon is going to be doing, which is really beautiful, really beautiful. I'll just say that. But with this Cancer energy following that, we might be in our feels just a little bit, just a little bit this week. Okay, so I want to bring that to your attention, because about a couple things I'm gonna talk about in a second, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, right? So lean into, now more than ever, your spiritual practices, your healthy habits, things that can help you stay grounded, my friend. Let me just say. Okay, so Cancer moons are really good supporting and nurturing energy. So take care of you. Whenever I see Cancer moon, now I'm a Cancer moon myself, so this is my time. I love this energy for one. Things are amplified for me because I am a Cancer moon. However, I like to use this, or I like to say to use this Cancer energy for self-care, taking care of number one, numero uno right here, me, right? Taking care of myself, because we often don't do that, right? We forget, we put ourselves last. We feel like, oh, we got all this other stuff to do, and we forget to take care of ourselves. And so even if it is a quick 5-minute meditation, even if it is having a meal that is super nutritious and nourishing to the body, even if it is just getting outside and going for a quick walk, right? Taking Jakey Jake care of the pug for a walk, right? Something where I am, really helping myself, taking care of me and allowing myself to feel my emotion. So this energy is all about feeling your emotion, getting in tune with your emotions. They are telling us something, right? We never want to disregard any of our emotions, even the anger, even the frustration, the overwhelm, right? We still want to feel them, understand them. Now, we don't want to get stuck there. Don't get stuck there, but we do want to feel them because they are telling us something. It's like they're saying, hello, hey, Danny, hey, how's it going? There's something going on here that we want to bring to your attention. And it's like, oh, what we can misconstrue that as like, oh, I'm just being so emotional today. Well, no, you're not. There is just something that is coming up for you to look at, right? Whether it is frustration, whether it is anger, whether it is sadness, whatever it might be, there is a reason. Take a look. Take a look at what that reason might be, okay? And be open. Be open to allowing yourself to receive, because my friend, you are intuitive. You are absolutely intuitive, and you are receiving information all the time. You may not be in tune with how that information is coming to you, okay? So I'm going to ask you to just take a deep breath and tune in. Tune in to the information that you're receiving. Be open to what is coming for you, okay? All right. And so this is also a really good time for creative work, whether that is doing creative work through processing emotions, right? Whether that is, putting out some type of creative work, right? For my fellow entrepreneurs, right? Maybe you're working on some social media posts, and this is where we can either write the really good connected, right? Really good, those juicy content pieces, but also the creation, right? The image, right? Using that part of our brain. Okay. So this is a really good time to do that. So this is going to be, again, Thursday through Saturday. And then finally, we're going to get to Sunday, and we're going to be out and about with our Leo. Our Leo energy is very much inspired action, very much has a desire to be seen and heard. So you may even be feeling that energy of like wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard. Like I think of it as the little kid you see in the grocery stores that is like, mommy, 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 mom, 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 mommy. They just want to be seen. They just want to be heard. Like they're just trying to get mom's attention, and mom's got some going on, right? Mom's busy. You might even be mom with the little one, right? Trying to get your attention, and there's a reason for that, right? And so Leo energy definitely wants to be seen and heard. Definitely wants to be seen and heard. This is a really persevering energy as well. This is the leader, right? It's leader energy. And so I'm going to ask you to think about this for a second. How can you be the leader? How are you showing up as the leader, right? Now, in a couple months, when we have our new moon in Leo, we're going to dive into that a little bit more. But I want you to just think about that right now, especially as things are happening in our world. Like, how are you being a leader, right? What are you leading? Because first off, we have to start with leading ourselves. So are you leading yourself, right? Do you need to like a shake up? Oh, wait, That's right. I'm leading myself. Okay, yeah. Right. Do we need to get back on track? Or have you been leading yourself and you need to look at the path? Like, am I still on the right path? Am I still walking down the path that I want to? Has things changed? Maybe I don't want to walk that path anymore. Maybe I want to walk a new path, right? What might that be for you? It's a really good time to take a look at that. But this is really a lot of energy. And as you know, we move out a new moon here, the energy will slowly begin to speed up, to pick up, so to speak. So this is a really good time to start doing things or continuing things. Fire moons are really good energy for getting into action, right? Not just doing things, but action, really action, getting into it. And so this could be even putting yourself out there, right? For my entrepreneur friends, this could be putting yourself out there. This could also be starting a new habit, right? Starting something new, deciding on something new, deciding to take a new path, deciding on a path, right? And so, yeah, we've got some really, like you can see, we're going through all four zodiac signs. I'm sorry, all four elements this week. So this is going to be a really good week we have here coming up, where we're going to be going through a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. So I want to let you know that there are, you know, make sure you're keeping yourself balanced, make sure you're keeping yourself grounded, make sure you are taking care of yourself. All right, so let's get into really quick. I want to touch on our new moon, and then I want to move into this Mars in Aries and tell you about our oil of the week. So this new moon is in Sidereal Gemini. So because I use Sidereal Astrology, Western Sidereal Astrology, I look at the sky a little bit different, right, than our tropical friends. And so in tropical astrology, we're looking at a new moon in Cancer. In Sidereal, we're looking at Gemini. Since our sun is still in the zodiac sign of Gemini, we're going to be looking at a Gemini new moon. And so this is going to take place on June 28th at 10:54 p.m. So very late into the evening. Now, Gemini is, as I mentioned earlier, very mental, right? Thinking, it's an air energy. And so there is a lot of thought, right? There's a lot of thinking with this energy. And so if we have thoughts, right? Thoughts create action, right? So if our thoughts are about an action that we don't want, or a circumstance or reality that we don't want, then we've got to do something about our thoughts so that we can create the environment, the reality, the things that we want in this life, right? So this new moon is definitely about shifting those beliefs, shifting those ideas. Now, we do have it making a couple of different aspects, right, which are the two planets communicating together. And that would be our Jupiter. It's making a square to Jupiter, which is actually a very positive aspect. And it's also going to be conjunct our, oh, I just realized I didn't change it. It's actually, I don't have Black Moon Lilith on this chart, but it is going to be conjunct Black Moon Lilith. So I'll talk a little bit more about Black Moon Lilith in our video, but this is definitely a little bit more on the darker side. All right, so let's go ahead and talk really quick about our oil of the week and then get into this Mars energy. So our oil of the week, because of this new moon energy, which I'm going to tell a little bit more about tomorrow if I tease this enough, right? I love it. And, you know, there really is a looking at parts of ourselves. One of the things that I've discovered, I didn't realize when I decided to say goodbye to religion and enter spirituality, right? I didn't realize that I was gonna have to look at myself. I was gonna have to actually like discover things that I didn't know about myself. And even the things that I didn't like about myself, it has definitely been, it's definitely a spiritual journey, is definitely a personal development journey. Let me tell you, if you have friends that are into personal development, and they're thinking you're crazy about all this spiritual stuff, man, if they only knew, right? If they only knew. So there is a lot that we look at in through our spiritual journey, because we are looking at self and we are shedding, right? We're shedding a lot of the old belief systems, the old ideas, the old paradigms that have ruled our life. And, we start to see things very differently. And my clients all the time, they're like, I just see things so differently. And it's like, yeah, because you're not clouded by those belief systems anymore, right? You can see things differently. And so I really love that this moon is going to help us do that. And so what the oil that I have chosen for this week, which I actually don't have with me, it is on its way, it should be here delivered either later today or tomorrow, is clary sage. Clary sage. So let me tell you about clary sage. Clary sage is the oil of clarity, clarity and vision. So clarity and vision. Would you think that new moons would be a really good time to have clarity and vision? Absolutely. Do you even think that this Gemini season that we are currently in, don't you think it would be a really good time to have some clarity and vision? And didn't we just start the summer season? Yeah, right? We had summer solstice last week. That another really good time for clarity and vision. And aren't we halfway through the year? Absolutely. Another beautiful time for clarity and vision. So you can see why I chose, right, for many, many reasons, why I chose this particular oil for this particular week, which was clary sage. Now, this is a third eye chakra essential oil. You can use this anytime you're working with your third eye chakra. It could be you're trying to open it, you're trying to like connect with it, right? Really good oil for that, because this is the oil that dispels darkness and illusion. Dispels darkness and illusion. This helps us be able to see with that clarity and vision the limiting beliefs that are stopping us, that are holding us back. If you are doing some work, right, with limiting beliefs, if you are doing some shedding of paradigms, right, generational paradigms, ancestral paradigms, like if you're just getting rid of stuff, this is an oil to use, right, to amplify that energy, right, to work with. We work with the essential oils. They are medicine, they are plant medicine, they are natural, and they can help us. So I would definitely get some clary sage, which is why mine is on my way to me now, so that you can help yourself have some clarity and vision during this time. Now, okay, so let's get into our Mars in Aries. So we touched on it a little bit last week, but I wanted to wait till this week because, and it's so crazy. I was guided to wait, and now I understand why. I love it. Love when things are like, what, why? And then it's like, oh, okay, that's why. So Mars moved into Aries on June 27th, so today. And Mars is our determination. It is our willpower, right? It is what drives us. It's what moves us forward, right? It's that action energy. Mars rules Aries. So when it moves into its home sign of Aries, this energy is amplified. So we can look at this, right? Nothing is good or bad. You've been here with me for a bit, you know nothing is good or bad. It's the perspective, it's the way we're looking at it. So if we're looking at Mars and Aries, let's look at it from how can I use this? Because this is who I am, this is how I'm practical. I'm a Taurus sun and a Capricorn rising. I'm very practical. Like, I got this information, now how am I going to use it, right? And this is what I want for you. So if we have this Mars in Aries energy, how can we use this? Well, we can use this to get ourselves in action. Aries is a very like competitive, very get going, moving type energy, wants to be the first, wants to go after it, right? I see it as that like warrior, like I'm going after it, I'm gonna do it. Now, Mars in Aries energy is the starter. So if you are looking to get started with something, now is your time. Now is your time to get started, to get moving, to get going with something, whatever it is. So use that clarity sage to get that clarity and vision so that you can take the action, right? To get started. Starter energy. I want you to think of this starter energy. Get things going, get things started. Now, the flip side of things, we look at it from a different perspective. This could also be us being a little impulsive, not necessarily thinking things through and just doing for the sake of doing, to be the first, to be the one that wins, to be the one that goes out there. This energy is definitely about taking control of things, to getting things in order. But this order may not be the order that we want if we haven't taken a minute to step back and have that clarity and vision for what it is we're moving forward with. And I want you to think about this in anything that you're doing. Have you stopped to go back to that clarity and vision for what it is that you want to do before you take the action? Or are you just taking action? Are you just posting on social? Are you just randomly saying things? Are you stopping? Are you taking that moment to get your own clarity first? This is something that I do with my clients all the time. They call me for, I even changed the name of my session because they kept calling it these. And I was like, okay, I guess this is what it is. This is right. Your community dictates, right? Like you think you have an idea. No, your community will dictate it to you. They called it clarity sessions. They called my sessions clarity. Like, Danny, I have so much clarity now. Things are so much clearer. I can take action, right? So literally they'll call me for a clarity session before they're about to have a serious conversation with somebody, before they're about to make a big decision on something, before they're about to move forward with something. They want some clarity and vision. And so they come and we get clear. We get clear on what it is they want to say, what their intent of their conversation is, what the intent is of this action that they want to take, this change that they want to make in their lives, whatever it might be, right? We take a step back and we get the clarity before we take action. So we're going to get things in order. And this definitely is about getting started and doing things. But I'm going to caution you to make sure that you are clear on what that is. Don't just take action to take action. Don't just get caught up in all the energy that is out there and just running. Don't do that. Don't be that person, my friend. Pause, have that clarity, get that vision first, and then move forward. Actually, I have a call in just a little bit with one of my favorite teenagers to work with. And, she asked for a clarity session, right? She needs some clarity on something. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that you are, such a young person and are learning, right? At such a young age to get clarity before you start moving forward in things, man. I'm going to preach this all I can. I'm going to preach this through Mars and Aries season, my friend, because it's so important. It is so important to make sure that you have that clarity and vision before you move forward. All right, so your personal drive and your ambition, this is amplified. So get that clarity and vision. Figure out what your goal is. Figure it out what you're doing. You don't need to know the how. Stop worrying about the how. Stop worrying about the how. You just need to know where it is you're going and what it is you're doing. Okay? And that personal drive, that ambition is what is going to. I also want to caution you that you can be more direct. You can be more courageous during this time. You can be more direct. You can be more courageous during this time. Yes, you can. Use this energy. If you're somebody who kind of holds yourself back, like, I don't know, or I I'm a Cancer, so I kind of go sideways, right? I don't want that direct conversation. I'll just go sideways, right? Right? I've learned to use, even though my Mars is in Aries, so I can be a little bit more direct, right? When I'm direct, I'm direct. I'll just say that. So I can, right? I know how to do this, and we all do. We all know how to be direct. I also want to caution you that you could be more direct and courageous, right? So you may say something and not filtering it, right? Not thinking about it, not pausing, not taking that moment and going off of emotion, which sometimes isn't the best. I don't know if you've had those experiences just like I have, where I've done something because it was on pure emotion. And then I'm like, dang it, why did I do that? And then I have to like retract it all, and it's not fun. It's not fun, right? So you can use this to be more direct. You can use this to be more courageous, but you can also be more direct and more courageous. So be mindful. Now, this can also this can help you though, right? As I said, if you're wanting to start something, to get things going, to be a little bit more direct, maybe you have been in the past, to express yourself in that way, to pursue things in a very straightforward manner and not kind of beating around the bush, but just telling it what like it is, saying what you want, asking for what you desire, right? And this can also be very competitive energy. This can also be people out there shouting and screaming. Be mindful of this because you have this information. You have knowledge, and knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, right? We educate ourselves so that we can take care of ourselves, so we can rise the tide. We educate ourselves. We receive the knowledge. We work on ourselves so that we can rise the tide. Okay, I see this all the time with my clients. Their family starts changing because they're changing. They're changing and they no longer participate in the things that they used to participate in. And now the family, has to rise with them, which is majority of the time what happens. But there are some times where that doesn't happen. And that's a whole other conversation we can get into another day. But for the most part, right, we influence other people around us. And so we work on ourselves, we get the knowledge. So you have this knowledge. Use this to your advantage. Don't make the excuse, right? Why I was frustrated, why I was upset. Well, yes, I'm sure you are. Yes, I'm sure you were. That is not an excuse. Take a step back, my friend. Ask yourself, why am I frustrated? Why am I angry? What is this really about? What is my fear? Get to the root of that so you have that clarity, so you can create the vision, so you can take action forward. All right, my friend, last thing I want to say to you, if you've enjoyed any of this, if you are like, man, I really want to learn more about this astrology stuff, man, I really want to learn more about myself. My Nurture Your Star series starts July 5th. We've got just over a week until this class starts. Now, you can still join about a week after, but then, stuff starts getting crazy and you're going to get a lot of information and I don't want you to get behind. So let me just break it down for you really quick, because if you're somebody who's been interested in astrology, or who is on a personal development journey, who is on a spiritual journey, then this class is for you. I am looking for people who are ready to learn about themselves, who are ready to be open and honest and look at themselves, all while learning about astrology. So you will definitely learn how to read this chart here that has been on your screen throughout this video. You will learn about what all the zodiac signs are, how you are a makeup of all the zodiac signs. You'll learn your big three, your sun, moon, and ascendant or rising sign. You'll learn about your communication styles, your relationship styles, the type of career or work or business, the type of friendships, right? And so much more. You'll be able to understand yourself from an astrological perspective. We're going to be talking about the planets. We're going to be talking about the zodiac signs. We're going to be talking about aspects. We're going to be talking about the natal chart as a whole, which is the natal chart actually makes up like basically all of our life. It makes up things that for us as a child, things for us in the future. It also can tell us the different aspects of our life, right? As I kind of mentioned, our money, right? How we work with money, communities, our day-to-day lifestyle, our creations, our things that we create in this world, in this life. So there's so much that it can tell us that I want you to have that knowledge, right? Because I think knowledge is power, right? And so this is what this class is all about. It's a six live classes. It's over 12 weeks. We have integration weeks every other week to help you integrate the information along with homework. We're going to be talking about essential oils as well, which is I'm super excited about because I've been teaching the the class about the astrology aspect and the personal development and the spiritual journey. I've been talking all about that, but now I've added in the essential oil. So if you've taken the class with me before and you were like, oh, I really loved that, or maybe you want a refresher, or maybe you're like, hey, she's talking about essential oils now, like, whoa, I want to learn about that. So we're going to be talking about essential oils because they can help balance some of these challenges that we have and empower us even more with some of the strengths that we have. There's so much to talk about. So each week we're going to have will be either a class or it'll be an integration week, and you'll have stuff that you'll be working on so that you can really integrate the information. So in 12 weeks, you'll be able to look at a chart and be able to like kind of read it for somebody. So if you're interested in just like maybe reading for your friends, this is definitely something that you'll be able to do. It'll be the very basics of astrology. There is kind of some talk. I'm hearing some people ask, and so we might be doing a level 2 version of this maybe in the fall. So we'll see if there's interest for that. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. All right, if you would like to get started with this class, you can get started as of now until July 5th. It is open. All you have to do, you can click the link in the description box. There's an essential oils kit is what you're going to get when you purchase this class along with the 12 weeks. I've just created a community on my new favorite app, Volley. So you're going to have a community where you can connect with the other participants, ask questions from me and other people. Really have a really good community around you of others who are on this journey with you. And you'll have me. You'll have me for 12 weeks. So if you have enjoyed any of the videos that I've done on the astrology or personal development, then you're definitely going to love this. So get your seat, save your seat. I do want to keep it kind of small. I'm not at my limit yet, so if you are interested, but I'm getting close. So make sure that you get started ASAP, my friend. If you don't want to buy the Essentials Oils Kit, let me know and I will send you the information to get started with that. Okay, my friend, that is it for us this week. I hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I have recording it for you. Look out for our new moon in Gemini coming out shortly. And as always, my friend, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And find